What's up, y'all? We got merch. We got Billy Podcast hoodies. They got the Billy Goat on the front, and it says, "Welcome back to the show" on the back. So go to billypodcast.com to support the show. All the proceeds will go to upgrading the studio and making the show better. So I hope you like them, and whatever. I'll ship to you wherever you are. Billypodcast.com, and then click on the hoodie, and that'll take you there.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. We're joined today by producer Trent Luzak.
Hello.
We're in Trent's Unnamed Studio in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And we're joined today by Duke Denim.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Duke Denim is a rapper. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You look like an outlaw country artist today. Do you always have the country thing going?
No, I switch it up. It depends.
Yeah, man. You look like you're about to go buy like a Jumbo Bucks at the gas station.
Hell yeah. That's the plan. That's how I'm going to get big. It's off of
That's what we're doing after this, actually.
Jumbo Bucks, baby. They say you got to play the same game every time. It increases your chances. I don't know. I don't play the lottery.
I only buy the dollar scratch-offs anyway. It's all I can afford.
I associate the lottery with like rednecks at the gas station when I'm like late to something. They're like, let me get number 15 to a number 7. I'm like, come on, dude.
And then they want to stand at the counter and scratch them all off right there.
It's like a chain
just
reaction.
In case they won that $2.
Yeah, like you gonna shove it in my face? After you won the lottery, I'm late to McCracken's or something. I don't know. So, do you have music out somewhere?
Yes, I've got music on Spotify and Apple Music and SoundCloud.
Are you independent or record label or anything?
Completely independent. It's just me.
Okay, so
there it is.
Okay, there we go. Nice. This got your background though. Hey. So how long have you been doing this?
Actually making music like a year and a half maybe.
Are you making the beats or are you have a producer you work with or something?
I got a couple of producers that I work with. I can make beats. I'm not really good at it, so I usually don't. I leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
But I can actually. One of those songs on there is a beat that I made. But we just got back from Miami last week, working with a producer in a studio down there. Dude that I've been working with, and we got a bunch of songs knocked out. So
that's cool.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I was in like a pop punk band, but I don't know if those worlds are similar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like, I don't know, a lot. I guess like a lot of the producers could do both, right? Like a lot of hip hop producers probably could produce like rock alternative music.
For sure. And I think the actual energy at like shows is really similar too. So just between like hip hop, like any kind of underground scene.
Yeah, so there's like a scene. There's like people like, cause when I was in a band, I was in what I considered like the music scene in Atlanta or even like other cities, because we would DIY tour and stuff. And you would see that there are like different scenes in different places. I had no idea there was a comedy scene.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, this is the same thing. It's like pretty much everyone's doing the exact same things. It has the same exact scene problems.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less. But we're honestly the same. Like there's like the Me Too movement started with like Warped Tour bands, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And comedy has the same problems
With the Me Too movement?
Yeah, you know, because you had like
specifically?
you had Louis C.K., right?
Yeah.
And you had Chris D'Elia, you had tons of like smaller local guys that you would see a message in the Facebook comedy groups or whatever. Don't book this guy.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So, is there like a? Are you from Atlanta?
Yeah.
So is there like an Atlanta hip hop scene, rap scene?
Yes, not one that I'm super involved with.
I know there's a battle rap scene a little bit. Our friend Carter Deems is a battle rapper, and he was on like Wild 'N Out and stuff.
Really?
And, yeah. So Atlanta has some of that.
That's dope. No, I'm not into battle rap. I can't really freestyle worth a damn. So
I like beats though. You know, like I have friends that are into battle rap, but I like a song with a nice beat.
Yeah.
And, I like roast battle and all that, but it's just like roast battle that rhymes to me.
right. Yeah,
Which
exactly.
which is hard. You know, I understand it's a skill. Some people are good at it. And it's also a performance. But it's just not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, battle rapping's basically just like comedy roast battles
Yeah.
with rhymes. Which is dope, but
I would love to be there in
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Like that's
Just
probably a
witness
lot
it.
of fun. I would definitely pay $10 for that or something. Do you which way am I scooting? All right, I've been accused of scooting. So you're not super involved in the Atlanta music scene? I don't think isn't a scene just a way to gatekeep, really?
pretty much.
It's just people with no talent who have some sort of illusion of power because they socialize with the right people.
See, I just spend all my time on the internet
Yeah, that's the way it's going now.
rather than engaging with real people in the physical scene.
What
I just hang out online.
What I've seen a lot of is mostly just like money grabs, like people trying to promote. You know, you got to pay your way in, and then there's not really any like real community in it. I guess it's just like get people into this club and get them to spend money on bottles and whatever.
Oh yeah, there's
that's
a lot of that,
it.
but yeah, you gotta be. I mean, that's the hard truth of entertainment, right? Is at the end of the day, it is a business, and you're selling drinks. There's like comedy's the same exact way. It's like, at the end of the day, are the patrons happy, and is the bar making it?
It's entertainment,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know that much about like the comedy scene and the stand-up scene. But I feel like, in my personal opinion, if I go out to a venue and I see some comedians that I really like, I'm way more likely to look them up after it than like musicians.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, like there's so many times where you show up to a place and like the people who are at the bar either didn't know there was going to be comedy there that night, or they're planning on having their bar night out despite whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So they just completely talk over you, and they just they shun it essentially. And those are the toughest nights, man. So there is like the appropriate setting for comedy. It'd be like you rolling up at like Johnny McCracken's or something on like a Tuesday and be like, yeah, now I'm going to do my entire album.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what?
It's like,
It's kind of like I used to go to Paradise Grill a lot. And, when you're regulars somewhere, you don't really think anything of like the events that they'll have throughout the week and whatever. And you're like, oh crap, it's karaoke night, and they're not playing the music.
Meanwhile, it's someone's dream to go on American Idol. Or something.
Yeah.
You're like, this guy just ruined my night.
Ooh, I want to dance with somebody. My dreams. Meanwhile, you're smoking a cigarette, having a loud conversation with somebody next.
Trying to talk over whatever's going on. Yeah.
trying to tune it out.
It happens all the time. But I think, the way it's going now is just like you're on the internet, and if people find it, then they like it, and then everybody gets a social credit, and that's where their worth as a human comes from, is how many likes they get online.
That's where I get mine. I don't know. It's pretty low right now. I'm not gonna lie.
That scares me, though, is like the generation growing up, because I don't care. I used to get in trouble on the internet all the time. Like I had to delete one of my accounts because I was getting death threats over like a joke I made in probably 2011, maybe. Which wouldn't even be controversial today, but that's a different point. But I've always gotten in trouble on the internet, so I've never cared about followers or likes or anything like that. If anything, it scares me more than I want it.
Yeah.
I don't want all these people in my life. I say that as a public comedian who obviously needs some social media presence.
I mean, I agree, and I say that as a rapper who needs people to listen to his music.
It scares me, though. A large number of people following me or commenting on my stuff, that is terrifying to me.
It's a slippery slope.
Because a lot of it is going to be negative, and I'm the kind of person where I'm going to argue back with you in the comments. I'm going to say, "Shut up, you idiot."
Yeah.
You dumb fuck.
Especially on Twitter, 10 years ago, if you need dirt on somebody, I guarantee you go to their Twitter or something and you'll fish through it. You'll probably be able to find something stupid to make a big deal out of.
I deleted my old Twitter for sure. I had a friend who was managing our band at the time. She was like, you gotta delete the whole thing.
Yeah.
Man. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, a lot of these are funny. She's like, it's gotta go.
I'm so glad I was never into Twitter.
Yeah, I immediately got off of it when I saw how toxic it was.
I saw the potential of Twitter, 140 characters.
Yeah,
boom, joke.
It's just too easy to say something
anything, dude. You know how many terrorist threats you can fire off in under 140 characters?
Yeah, a bunch.
But that's not my fault. There's actual terrorists on Twitter right now.
No, there really is.
The Taliban.
Yeah, doesn't the Taliban have an actual Twitter?
Yeah.
You can find war footage on Twitter. It's wild, live updates. Dudes who are in Ukraine right now being like, look what we're doing right now. And they're blowing people up.
Yeah, holding up body parts. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. Doesn't it seem like there was a million social medias that were we're the truth social media, we're the free speech social media, and it's nobody cares. Whichever one everybody's on and everybody's using, that's what people want to be on.
Yeah. I don't think any of them feel like that anymore.
It's all spread out.
There was a bunch, right? At the beginning, Trump had his own social media. It was called Truth Social or something.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he got kicked off of Twitter, he was like, "Screw it, I'll make my own Twitter with hookers and blackjack."
Oh my god!
And yeah, Truth Social. He would just tweet from there.
Not related to Q at all.
But there was another one. I can't remember what it was called.
Was Q more of a Reddit thing?
Q was a fringe 4chan.
Yeah, it was
thing.
a 4chan for the right.
But it came from Facebook groups. Really, I think was the recruiting process.
It spread through Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was built on 4chan and spread through Facebook. It got the olds.
Okay.
Yeah, it got the weirdos. The schizophrenics and whatnot.
It's easy to do through Facebook.
Have you ever heard of targeted individuals? There's a Vice thing on YouTube, but there's a mental health phenomena where people think they're being hacked or followed or
schizophrenia
messed with. Yeah, pretty much. But it happens all over the world. It's there's tons of different people who feel. And if they were being targeted, that's exactly what they would want you to think, right? Is that that's just a schizophrenic person. We're not really messing with this guy.
I see.
Well, they're just have a victim mentality, so they kind of look for it, I guess.
Yeah. But I've met people that were like that, working at the computer store. People who thought they were being hacked.
Oh, yeah.
The government was after them or something.
I feel like these are just borderline schizophrenic people.
Yeah, for the most part. But how would you know?
Nothing borderline about it.
Right.
How would you know?
I mean, how would you know? Unless you're making terrorist threats, you probably don't have much to worry about. I don't know. It depends on what's on your hard drive.
We were talking about wizard hats earlier before the show.
Yeah.
And I feel like that women, like girls, have repurposed the witch hat for like fashion. You see girls wearing like witch hats around. And I think we need to bring back the wizard hat and maybe even the robes.
Dude, Earl Sweatshirt's on it.
Really? He wears it?
You know Earl Sweatshirt?
I know who he is. But
He's got the, pull up a
mostly
recent
from
picture of
Loiter
him.
Squad.
Yeah. Dude, all he wears now, he's got this gnarly, like, raggedy wizard hat. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I like where this guy's head is at. Where's the wizard hat?
Like, top left.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
that
what I'm
shit's
talking
hard.
about. Yeah. I'm thinking even the robes, though, with like
With the robes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
It's not fair that they get to be witches and I can't be a wizard of arcane powers.
You're a wizard heavy.
Who's stopping you?
Society.
You're the only one in your way.
My wife.
Yeah.
My wife.
The truth comes out.
You're getting ready to go to the family dinner. You come out in your fucking robe. It's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, they would probably think I was on crack or something. But you never know. They might have had something. Who's to say magic's not real? Just because we got science. Why can't there be science and magic?
I like to think that it could be.
There was that one guy, that old guy that used to go around and he would like disprove people who claimed they had psychic abilities and stuff. Like all the TV psychics, he would like, he would set up tests for them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there could still be magic.
I thought it's all illusions.
Nobody knows how they built the pyramids, right?
I fucking love that conspiracy. The pyramid
the
conspiracy
pyramids?
about like what electricity generating machines, something or other
like
with
generators, or even like, you know, because they were probably like a lighter color stone, so when the moon's in the sky, it reflects off the big pyramid.
yeah, because it was
And now
like the
whole
outside was all
city-
limestone,
Yeah,
so it was like white, and they were capped in gold. There's no proof, but I love the theory.
I like to think like it was probably lit up like New York City at night. Like you could just see, like, never dark or whatever, which would probably get annoying after a while. You'd be like, "Yo, we got to get up and like farm tomorrow." dude."
Right. Or the Sphinx. Have you seen the stuff where I think the Sphinx is supposed to be like 8,000 years old or something?
Yeah.
And they recently, or one dude dated the Sphinx and he's got it at like 30,000 years old, something ridiculous.
I think like Graham Hancock was the first person to say like the Sphinx is older than the scientists think
Probably.
it is. And the funniest thing about Graham Hancock is like, if you look up anything about him, they just shit on him completely online. They're like, Graham Hancock is a pseudoscientist. He's wrong about everything. He abandoned his children, or whatever. It's like, they just drag this man through the mud. It's like, okay,
I want to believe.
yeah. It makes it hard to believe they're not out to get some people. You know, that's
Maybe you're right. Targeted individuals.
targeted individual right there, dude. Alex Jones. What did he say that was really that bad? He said some bad stuff, but he's also been right about other stuff.
Frogs are gay.
The frogs are
He was
gay.
right about the frogs being gay. Is there a
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
there
he's
is.
actually kind of right about
there
of stuff.
there was pollution,
Wild.
chemical pollution in the water, and the frogs were becoming like
They, like-
hermaphrodites.
It like fucks with their hormones.
I think the
Yeah.
frogs were always gay.
Maybe they. Oh no! There's an Alex Jones video game.
Oh, yeah, there-
Jesus.
All right, this episode's getting pulled from YouTube. That's
It's cool. I just won't pull it up on the screen.
at 22.20. I'll wait for the summer sale.
Oh my gosh. explosions behind him. It's
That's
awesome.
wild. That's what we brought you here for, is to drag you into Alex Jones conversations and
Conspiracy theories. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think aliens have visited the Earth before.
100%.
I definitely believe that. They might be here, like they might have never left. How would you know? They're out here targeting people, shape shifting. Because you see some people, there's some people you meet in real life, I feel like they look like they could be like non-human sometimes.
You see that thing that happened in Miami over New Year's?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
It's like an alien sighting, but nobody got it on video for some
Yeah.
reason.
That's the convenience of it.
Yeah,
all.
but like hundreds of people were saying that there was some sort of alien sighting. I haven't actually looked into it at all.
Yeah, I watched some last night. This guy drew it out.
10-foot aliens spotted in Miami. Okay, now this is what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Apparently
Wow.
there was 2 figures, like shadowy figures that had like red glowy eyes or something.
That's crazy. I watched the whole documentary on it's called Moment of Contact. It's about the Varginha, Brazil incident. They said there was like an alien there. He crashed his ship and then he was injured running around the town. And the government came and picked him up.
What?
It's wild. It's
Wait.
a good documentary.
Oh God.
There's a guy who was there and they find him and they're like, yo, we wanted to talk to you about this thing. He's like, I won't talk about it. He's like, get off my property.
Hold on, dude. My brother sent me this the other day, and it's so relevant, and it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I
All right,
love
let's
it.
go.
I don't even know how we could pull it up.
Send it to Trent Ludzak on Instagram. Or sorry, Trent on
Yeah, and we were just in Miami like a few days before that,
That's crazy.
before it happened.
Yeah, we
I've
were
always
there
wanted
around
to
that
go on
time.
like a UFO hunt. If I had like a vacation or something, I don't usually go on vacation. But if I had like a lot of money and I was going to go on vacation, I would go to like the coast of like California, like Catalina Island or something, and maybe get a boat or a plane or something, fly around the places you're allowed to go, see if you can find some UFOs. They say they're out there
Sent.
off the Pacific. Who knows what they are? Could be aliens, could be something else.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the whole alien thing.
I don't think anybody is.
I was like super into it, but I hate things where you're never gonna find an answer to it because somebody doesn't want you to know the answer to it. Like you can sit here all day and speculate about if
People do think that the Miami thing that happened over this past week, they do think it was like a cover up because apparently they said that it was a mob of kids fighting at the mall. It was at the big mall in Miami. I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called. And there was like over 100. It was like 100 and something cop cars that pulled up to the spot, and they weren't like being super specific on what actually happened. They just said it was a bunch of kids with something. So I guess a lot of stuff isn't really lining up.
bunch of 10-foot aliens with cocaine and guns.
Yeah, probably.
Miami.
It's the New Year's party. that
Blackjack
we're waiting
and
on.
hookers.
Would you really be that surprised, like if it came up to you and they were like, aliens have been running the whole thing from the beginning?
No,
Right.
not at all.
Would it change anything? You gotta prove you're not a robot. Trey.
What?
Drag the puzzle piece.
You gotta prove that you support the Chinese Communist Party before you watch this TikTok.
Yeah.
Is this the Miami incident?
This is not the Miami incident. It's just, I don't know what this is.
Can we get some sound?
What?
Oh, dude, it's a cover up. They don't want us to see
It is.
this.
It's all about aliens
Why is the
landing and then
sound
the
not
government
good?
coming. What?
I guess that's what happens when your producer is a targeted individual.
Yeah.
They're hacking us right now. They don't want the truth to be out there. We can watch it on the phone and then we can play the video so they know what we're talking about.
Right. Now I'm wondering if it even like
Works.
Yeah, see if it works on the phone.
it doesn't. Sound removed due to copyright restrictions. Targeted individuals.
Was it a
dude.
song or something?
Kind of.
That's what it sucks.
It was definitely made by. like,
Remember when
these people,
YouTube
though.
first came out and you could just upload anything?
Yeah.
And people would upload like fake versions of like popular songs, like the Foo Fighters song, and it would just go the best, the best, the best, the best. You would have no idea if it was the legit song or not.
It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like so many songs I had like LimeWire versions of, so I didn't know the actual song wasn't like messed up in the beginning or like had some like radio DJs. Like,
Yeah. Oh man, I had so many of those, or so many from like songs that were pulled off mixtapes that you would get off LimeWire, and whoever uploaded it would give it a totally different name.
yeah.
So you would never actually know what the name of the song was.
Whole albums I would have would be messed up. Like,
Yeah.
I would think a song was called one thing and that song was a completely different song.
Yeah.
Those are the glory days, man. That's fun. Like, it used to be like you could launch your music career off of like MySpace or something. But now, like, there's entire people with like teams, like industry plan or whatever you want to call it, like people who can just like, they've got 10 people running the Instagram and a whole team of people running the live show and stuff. So it's like way harder now. I feel like.
Didn't Bo Burnham start his on MySpace?
He was one of the early YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like
Super early.
he uploaded a couple like funny songs to YouTube and
They were
blew
so
up.
good.
And
Yeah.
then- that's one person
That's how
though,
I
I
found
feel
him, was
like
MySpace.
really kind of stayed an artist in the YouTube era because there's so many you see where it's like, oh, make sure you hit like and subscribe to my channel. And it's like, whatever, dude. Even though that does drive some engagement, it's like as soon as they start talking like that, I just want to turn it off.
I've never hit like and subscribe because they said it. Not once in my life.
Especially in the beginning of the video.
Yeah,
Like one of the
it's like,
first things
dude.
that they
Yeah.
do.
I spend so much time on YouTube, and usually if they say make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, I'll click off of that shit.
Yeah. Before we start, just hit like and subscribe.
Yeah, fuck off.
You didn't give me a reason
shut
to
up,
yet.
dude. Yeah,
Why would I do it?
If I really like it, then I will like it.
I've been trying to be better now that I'm trying to build an internet presence.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the person that I want other people to be. So when I see something that's kind of amusing or I like it a little bit, I'm like, all right, I'll give you a subscribe.
That's a hard
Because
thing.
I would hope that they would do the same.
I always feel bad on my birthday because like people will like comment happy birthday or message me happy birthday or something. I'm like, I haven't done that to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't wish anybody happy birthday.
I
They're
haven't done
like
it to
3 people. I'll
anyone.
text them, but I'm not posting on your Facebook.
Yeah, it's like my immediate friends, my family. Yeah, I'll text
Yeah.
them, call them, whatever. But like just general people that I know or I'm not that close with, never. So then I feel bad.
Hey, happy birthday
Yeah.
to all those people, though.
Yeah, happy birthday to you for all of time. I don't know. You don't have to wish me a happy birthday on my birthday. I don't care. I don't even remember that day, so it's not that important to me. But what were we talking about?
I don't know. I've been watching a bunch of Korean movies lately, like
saw
Korean action
Parasite.
films. I fucking love Parasite.
Have you ever seen Snowpiercer?
Yeah,
Me and my friends were having a intellectual debate because I said that movie kind of sucks, and they were like against me for that.
that's the one that Snowpiercer's the one with the theory about it being like a sequel to Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I fucking love
It has
that.
like
Dude.
Captain America, Chris Evans.
Yeah,
in
Chris
it.
Evans in it, yeah.
Yeah. It's a dumb movie. It's like the world has like climate change and everything's too cold outside, so now everybody has to live on a train.
I think it's much better when you go into it with the mindset that this all came from Willy Wonka. I think the movie's 10 times better.
That YouTube video, that theory, and that makes it a lot better. But I just a lot of the lines are a little like cheesy. It's a little Hunger Games-y.
Yeah,
and then you find out it's kind of a K-drama, even though there's a lot of like American actors in it. The director has made like a lot of K-drama stuff. He did Parasite.
I mean,
if that movie was good,
I don't even have a problem with it because I liked Parasite so much. Like, I'm thinking about watching some K-dramas now because I've been watching so many Korean movies. I'm like, dude, these are fucking crazy. Obviously,
did you watch Squid Game?
Oh yeah,
I liked that one a lot.
it was awesome. Have you seen Old Boy?
Yeah,
That
like
movie
Old
is
Boy.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I just showed that to my wife the other day. Her first time watching it. And it was
Does your wife
fucked.
like horror movies and
Not really.
and stuff? Okay.
No.
'Cause my wife loves that stuff. She's a big like Stephen King fan.
No.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
She likes thrillers, but like neither one of us are into like horror movies.
Yeah. I tried to show my wife Full Metal Jacket, and she said no.
I wouldn't.
Not watching
I wouldn't want to
Stanley
traumatize my
Kubrick.
wife like that.
Yeah. She likes The Shining. So
That's an original, though.
yeah. Full Metal Jacket's a weird movie though. It's like a long movie, and half of it they're at boot camp the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they go to the war. Weird movie.
I like those though, where it kind of changes up halfway through. Or have you seen The Place Beyond the Pines? I love that movie.
I think I just watched that
It's
last month.
I'll be honest, it's not very good. But it starts out with Ryan Gosling looking the way that I picture myself looking. Just like white dude with bleached hair and hella tattoos, but like prison tattoos.
Yeah.
Rides a dirt bike around, wears this fucking white t-shirt inside out. Real hick. Ends up like falling in love with this Hispanic girl and getting her pregnant, and then fucking dies.
Damn.
And at this point, you're almost halfway through the movie, and you're like, "Holy shit!" The main character just fucking died, like really died, no coming back. And then fast forward 15, like I don't know, not 20 years, but close to it later. His kid's a young adult, and now his kid's the main character. And it's wild. It's a great.
It's a really good
I
movie.
love it. It's not really good though. It's not a very good movie. But I love
think
it.
it is. It got me on a Ryan Gosling binge watching.
I just love Ryan Gosling.
I like the movie Drive. That was a weird movie.
Yeah, the music's really cool too.
So many people build their entire personality around it.
What's your favorite bad movie?
Oh shit!
Like mine would be.
Can I say The Room?
Say the Room. That's a good one. I like Too Fast, Too Furious. That's my favorite movie.
So good.
Yeah, that whole franchise.
Just
Pretty terrible.
Some of them are better than others,
Yeah.
but Too
Tokyo's
Fast,
my favorite.
Too Furious.
Tokyo
it's
Drift
like-
is the best.
It has nothing to do. Tokyo Drift is another good one.
Yeah.
It really has nothing to do with the Fast and Furious like storyline they started going with later.
Yeah.
Right.
That like tied back with the first one and Vin Diesel.
It's slowly turning into like a triple X.
The ones without Vin Diesel were the best because it was like a high school kid made them, and they were like.
I think the only point of Too Fast, Too Furious was to bring Tyrese Gibson into the fold, just so that
And
he could be there as comic relief
he was
for the rest
best
of
part
the
of
movie.
the movie.
He was.
Ejectocito.
Ejectocito, cuz. Bro. I'm going to do that one day when I'm
We
rich
hungry.
and famous. I'm going to eject somebody from the passenger seat of my car.
Somebody told me like
You gotta have Kennedy money for that.
man, that's bad. Did you watch The Boys?
Yeah, I'm not caught up on it, but I think I saw the first 2 seasons.
That was a great series where he like lasers the plane in half.
Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. I had to stop watching it because it was too much. It was too fucked up.
Yeah. That it gets really good on like the last season they put out though.
with like Soldier Boy and everything.
Yeah, the guy from Supernatural.
I see a bunch of clips like on Facebook and
He's funny.
Reels and everything.
But I keep forgetting where I was going with some of this stuff. Have you been doing a lot of shows? Oh yeah.
No.
I was gonna say, like, in today's age, if I had to like do the music thing again, I would probably do like a video for every song and not worry as much about touring, because my band used to just tour all the time in a piece of crap van.
Right.
And you make a lot of friends, you meet a lot of cool people, but it's just like sucks. You're not contributing anything to society.
Sucks. Doesn't really make you any money.
Yeah, you don't make much money. You're lucky if you get to the next town.
Right.
And you got some gas money.
Exactly. Yeah, you fuck around and blow a tire and now like your whole fucking budget for the next couple shows is gone.
So if I were to do it now, I would focus on like, the internet presence a little bit, but making it like still pieces of art. Like, just I would do probably a music video or at least like a live studio recording for every song or something like that. So people, you get a lot of YouTube. That's kind of what I do with my comedy. Like if you go on my stand-up page, there's a lot of different comedy, lots of different sets you could watch.
Yeah.
And so, because when I listen to music, a lot of times, if I'm at home, not in the car or something like that, I'm like cleaning the house or whatever. So it's nice to put like a video or a live studio recording of a band I like that's going to play for like 2-3 hours.
Right.
And I don't have to get up and change it or whatever. That's me personally, how I feel.
Yeah, you don't have to think about swapping songs throughout the thing. Like, like same thing as having a playlist, you know.
Dude, I kind of had this idea recently, and that just kind of reinforced it. Is we should do like an hour-long music video for like an entire record, like the whole album.
That'd be sick.
One music video, do the whole album.
I would love that, because like I said, like when I'm at home, if I'm listening to music, I'm cleaning up or I'm like playing with my daughter or something. I just want something in the background,
right,
as like a vibe setting. So a whole one music video for a whole album would be like perfect.
It'd be cool too, because
like
it would be
story.
Yeah, it'd be like a short movie.
Yeah.
Except the budget.
I think Machine Gun Kelly did that.
Did he? Fuck me, bro. It's always these motherfuckers that I hate. He beat
You
me
don't
to
love
it, bro.
Machine Gun Kelly and his pop punk album? I just hate that it feels like cultural appropriation to me, because
Whatever he does feels like cultural appropriation.
And here's the thing, like Travis Barker was in Blink 182, so he knows what he's doing, right? Like he's a professional. And when you look at a lot of the comedians in the world that tour and actually make money, they tend to like lift up other comedians that are actually killing it and like putting in the work. And it's like, did Travis Barker really need to help Machine Gun Kelly make a pop punk album? Especially if you're not going to lift up any of the California pop punk bands that are really like killing it right now, like The Story So Far, or like
Travis Barker's one in particular. I question a lot of his decisions.
Yeah,
he's with a Kardashian. I mean,
yeah. Well, he was in a
for fuck's sake
jet crash. He had like his whole body burned.
Jeez.
Recently?
Years ago.
I wasn't aware of that.
He was in a plane crash. It was a private jet. But yeah, he survived a jet crashing out of the sky.
That's pretty badass. Never mind. He deserves that Kardashian.
That's what I'm saying. He can do what he wants. I'm just wondering, like, why Machine Gun Kelly? And then also he did say, I saw like a interview or something.
Ain't no fucking way he was in that and lived.
That's a conspiracy.
No shot.
He said that right now he makes music that like his son wants him to make. So that probably has something to do with it.
That's
too.
cool.
Yeah. So he can do what he wants. Once you've survived a plane crash, you know.
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna judge you for anything that you're doing. Although it is a private jet, so it's like, you don't want to feel too bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's never gonna happen to me.
I would
That's
love to
absurd.
fly on a private jet sometime if you're listening to this and you have one. That would be sweet.
Yeah,
Private jets are cool, dude. I took a private jet to New Orleans one time to get
Really?
lunch.
That's sick.
It was dope. That was probably like one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Was it somebody rich took you with them?
It's kind of a long story, but it was a bit of a work thing with some
Yeah.
old coworkers at an old job like years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
you guys
we got-
were like smuggling drugs.
No, we got
Or
treated.
shooting
It
someone.
was a present basically. They were like, "Hey, here's this private jet. Pick where you guys want to go, and we'll like take you to lunch." We're like,
That's-
what?
that's-
And so yeah, we jumped on a jet. We get to the airport at like 8 a.m. Jump on a private jet, fly to New Orleans, eat lunch at like one of the fanciest joints out there, get drunk on Bourbon Street, and then fly home the same day. It was wild.
That's nuts. Yeah, but terrible for the environment. I've heard.
Yeah.
And you could spend that money on like better causes, probably.
Yeah, they definitely like. I would have taken just like a bonus worth my portion of the private jet expense, but whatever.
So you have a show in Nashville. You said you were opening up for somebody.
Yeah, I'm opening up for Wi-Fi's funeral
Okay.
on February 24th in Nashville.
Did they hit you up for that, or did you just contact the Is that somebody that that you do shows with a lot, or
So this is actually going to be like my first show ever, my first performance.
Okay.
I have not performed in front of people. But I have, he and I were working on a song together already. And then he announced his tour. And he was like, he had spots for openers.
Have you done any other performance before? Music? Like public speaking or
No.
plays or
Not one.
high school drama class or something
Nope.
like that?
I was homeschooled, didn't have friends. I'm
Okay.
100% by myself.
That's interesting. 'Cause
I'm surprised I'm doing this well in a room with so many people in it,
Trent can tell you, he'll probably agree with me on this. Like, whatever you think it's gonna be like when you get up there, it's gonna be different than
Yeah.
that. And there's no way you can really prepare for that. It's more just like you get used to it after a while, and then you can navigate it a little better. But yeah, at least with like. Because I played in a band and stuff, and that you have kind of a little bit of reassurance of like, okay, I've practiced this at home. I know all my cues, and I know I got all my intros and all my ad libs between songs down
Right.
and all that. But like once you start saying those things and they start coming out of your mouth, it's like, oh man, this is totally different.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep my expectations non-existent.
But it's a muscle. You just gotta work it out, and you
Yeah.
gotta just remember, like, this is your time, and you gotta use that time to the best that you can in the moment, and not sweat it, because it's like the more you think about it, the worse it gets. Right? Like it's like playing an instrument or something. Like if you're playing the piano. And you're thinking about, okay, my left hand's doing this and my right hand's doing that, you're going to mess up the song. But if you're
Right.
just flowing and you're like, I'm living in the moment, I'm doing this, if I mess it up, who cares?
Right.
Then you nail it.
No, I'm excited. I mean, one way or the other, I think it'll be a cool experience. So I'm just kind of stoked to get on stage and perform in front of people.
So I still have those moments where it's like sold out room, 100, 200 people. I'm like, oh man, I got to do good.
Right.
Or else it's going to feel really bad. But then it's like the more you just think about, I got to do this or that, the harder it is to actually do it. That's how I feel when it comes to live performance.
I feel like the more you do it, and I can't really say this out of experience, but the more you do it, the more natural it is, and you don't really get lost in the details, like thinking about the details.
Yeah.
It like it just flows, and you just like kind of just do your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I can't remember who said it, but one comedian said, like, difference between me and you is I'm doing this every night and you're not. So if you're like doing it all the time, you're obviously going to get better. I believe like volume is the name of the game when it comes to live performance. The more you perform, the better you get at it.
Yep.
And then if you're good, people will notice.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what people
it's
say.
It's like how Kobe, you know, he practiced 3 times as hard as anybody else.
Yeah.
And of course, he just was 3 times better than everybody just due to him doing it so much.
Yeah, like if it's basketball, I'm going to take the guy who's had more hours in the gym over the guy with some natural talent with less hours in the gym every single time.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
With comedy, they say it takes 10 years, but, you know, you get a song like Old Town Road or something, you can maybe fast track.
Yeah. Fast track it a little bit.
Just need that one hit.
And that's all comedy is too, is you just need that one joke that resonates with people.
Yeah.
Same with music, you need that one song that
you
resonates.
kind of build
with
off
people.
of it from there.
So many one-hit wonders still making money today off of one song.
Off of one track, yeah.
So just volume, I think. Like the more you do it, the better you get, the better chance you have at resonating with somebody.
Yeah. I really just want to focus on like catalog right now. Just like volume, kind of like you said, just what's the word I'm looking for? That's not catalog, but more portfolio, I guess. I don't know. More music.
Yeah.
Like we've already finished. We're dropping singles right now, single after single, and then once we get finished up, I'm going to drop the EP soon.
Is it EP
But
or is it album?
I'm still going to call it an EP, but I think we got 10 tracks now, so technically it's a full length.
Yeah.
But they're short tracks, so it's not really full length. But I'm already working on album number 2.
Nice.
So I'm just trying to get this shit out.
And I like it because you're kind of like experimenting with different styles and stuff too.
Experimenting, yeah.
Who would you say some of your influences are in the music? Or if you're a fan of this guy, you would like the music, something like that?
I'll start with the influences because the second question, I don't know if I have an answer to it.
Well, you know, for fans of or influenced by,
yeah. I mean, I'm from the South, so I'm 100% influenced by Paul Wall and Mike Jones and all the Southern hip hop. T.I.,
South,
3-6. But I also grew up listening to like Wu-Tang and old school boom bap New York shit. Wu-Tang and Nas and Gangstar and NWA and just a bunch of old school stuff. So I'm influenced by everything. I also grew up listening to like heavy metal and jazz and a bunch of other weird shit.
Yeah.
'Cause my dad's a musician. He's been in music for like over 50 years now.
Okay.
My brother is also a musician with totally different taste in music. So I come from like a weird, fucked up amalgamation of whatever my parents turned me into. I don't know. My dad hates rap. My parents don't even know that I make music,
That's funny.
which is wild.
You take your gold teeth out at Thanksgiving or something?
Actually, I wore them. I wore them recently at, I think it was the baby shower from my niece who's just recently born. And I showed up with the grills and everybody was like, "What the fuck is in your mouth?" Don't worry about it. They'll figure it out eventually.
There's gonna be signs.
So that's like generational music there. What did your dad play an instrument or?
My dad plays saxophone and
that's cool.
keys, and he sings as well.
It's like a jazz, blues.
All kinds of stuff. I mean, he played in like a pop cover band for years that he hated, but he also had a sick ass rock band in the 80s.
Okay.
And he plays a lot of bluegrass and stuff.
Yeah.
So a pretty good mix.
And you say your brother's also a musician?
My brother plays guitar and sings.
Okay. Like rock music. Popular
Yeah, he started out when he was a teenager making like heavy metal listening to like Cataclysm and Suffocation and Job for a Cowboy and
Okay, yeah.
like real heavy shit.
Like
And-
grindcore. And
Yeah,
death
yeah.
metal, yeah.
And now he makes like Dave Matthews type shit. I don't know.
It's indie rock.
kind of
Yeah,
indie rock, like acoustic
He's a family man
tunes.
now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
grew up. I grew up off of like the scene core, like MySpace era.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was into
Big fan of Broken Side.
definitely not. My band played a show with Broken Side one
No
time.
shit.
Yeah.
That's so
At Swayze's.
wow.
I almost wore a like Mike shirt here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Respect on my name. We played with Design the Skyline one time. I Blood on the Dance Floor played Swayze's one time, but I wasn't going to get involved in that. So many great bands came through Swayze's, like He's Legend, Maylene and the Sons of Disaster.
Dude, it's been a very long time, but I might have actually seen you perform at Swayze's.
At
It was a
Swayze's?
long time ago.
Doing what? Playing in the band?
I think so.
Because I started stand up also at Swayze's.
Oh no, well, I don't know how long you've been doing stand up.
Since about 2015 or so, maybe even
So-
before then.
Okay, I was gonna say it's probably been like 10 years.
I was in Like Mike from 2011 till like 2020.
Probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I was still living with my parents for sure. And I was
Did you
coming over
ever
here to
go-
hang out
So
with them.
you had been to Swayze's before?
Yeah.
I always try to like tell people what Swayze's was like. I feel like you could never explain it
Right.
properly. Just like this black room.
You can't,
Yeah.
you can't explain it without Mind Man.
Yeah, you need Mind Man Penguin sliding across the floor.
His sweat print on the wall from him body slamming it.
When the smoke shop moved in next door and he would slam the wall and it would rattle all the bongs, that dude would get so mad. He would
Yeah.
go over and-
Insurance was way too high for that
Yeah.
smoke shop.
without Casey doing donuts in a 240 outside of the show, it
Yeah.
wasn't the same.
I did it in a
Can't
7
explain
Series too.
The BMW,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had the sunroof open and I like was sitting on the roof with my middle fingers out and I was steering with my like foot or something. Good
Blackout
times.
drunk.
It was like dark and you just see smoke in the parking lot lights.
I feel like there was a couple times where Casey would like explain to me all the troubles he was having with the car, and then I would get in the car to go somewhere and be like, "Wait, why did I get in this car?"
Yeah.
That was our life, dude.
Oh yeah, it was a lifestyle for sure.
Well, we had the 1988 Dodge Ram van that we toured in.
Oh hell yeah.
And I would say at the beginning of every tour, I would be like, everyone's prepared to die in this van, right?
Right.
The second of this tour.
You guys all signed the waiver, right? Like
Yeah, like we're not gonna make it. This will be our last tour every time. And then we would make it. That van held up, man. Older than me.
Every tour name was called The Last Tour.
Yeah. The final tour.
the final tour.
Well, that's better than most of these bands where they break up and then they play 10 more shows.
Yeah, this is our breaking up show.
This is our farewell show. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you've had 3 farewell shows.
They do a farewell
that was our
tour.
reunion show.
Farewell tour.
Yeah.
Next summer they release another album.
Yeah, shut
And then they
up.
got a tour for the new album, of course.
Shut up, My Chemical Romance. Just break up. I'm saying that I have a My Chemical Romance tattoo, and I'm saying just break up.
At this point.
Make Netflix shows.
Yeah, focus on your fucking comic. I'm ready for the next season of Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, keep making the Netflix show, and just let the sleeping dog lie.
Yeah. I guess now's as good a time as any to go use the bathroom. I probably should have done it before we started.
Yeah, we are. He gave me the thing. We're pretty much at the end here, so we can just wrap it up now if you want. Besides the show coming up, do you have anything you want to promote? Check it out on Spotify. Anything else? Merch or
The Horizon just dropped on Spotify last Friday. Smoky Water is going to release on Spotify soon.
thanks so much for coming
Set a
through,
date.
man. This was fun.
Thank you so much for having me.
I actually brought you a gift, Billy.
Really?
Yeah.
You can go to the bathroom now.
Nah, thanks. See you guys.
Yeah, is this a gift that can be shown on air?
Yeah.
Whoa, it's in a box.
It's to thank you for having us on the show.
What, dude? What is this?
It's kind of sick.
Oh shit!
It's kinda
dude.
sick.
No way.
It was made by some dude in France.
Oh, I know exactly what this is. That's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude. It's Full Metal Alchemist, Alphonse Elric.
It's like real moss and
Dude,
shit.
no way, man.
Yeah.
You're giving this to me?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That's one of my favorite anime series, manga series. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all
Be a
right.
good desk piece.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace, y'all.